What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Paranormal Rush Hour. I'm your host, Ryan Rush, and I have got something today that is just out there, okay? This is something that I've been thinking about for a little while. There was a video, all right, a while back. Like, I'm talking years ago, too. This was probably maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I first saw this video. It may be even longer than that, but I can't remember the exact date that it was recorded, and it's hard to find any information on it because it's just like I don't know. I don't. It was like you could find some information on it at one time, but now it's not there. Okay, and I'll kind of get into what I mean. This video, all right, it was really interesting, and the whole way that I came across this video was looking for like Sasquatch videos and stuff like that because it was kind of along the same lines, I guess, and people like kind of looked at it as a possible Bigfoot sighting or something, even though it just, I don't think so. And I'll tell you about it. All right, but this video was crazy. All right, let me go through it for you, and I'll tell you about this in a minute, but okay, the video starts out with two guys and this is in Europe. This is in Holland. Okay, this occurred in the National Monument Park, the Posbank. Okay, Posbank. That's where this happened. All right, and I guess a national monument park is kind of like a national park to us over there, I guess. I'm not real familiar with the forestry terms and stuff in Europe, but that's what I would assume. Anyway, blah blah blah. I know, right? Get the point, Ryan. Anyway, right, these guys show up at this park, and they're wanting to go check out this ranger tower that's up there, but it has been vandalized and is closed off. It's like gated off, so they can't go up there. And it's like one of those towers, like a fire tower, basically, that just has stairs, and it's a good lookout. Well, I mean, it was a neat looking tower, and they didn't get to go to it, I guess, because people had, and vandalism over in Europe, if you've never been to Europe, is bad over there. Like graffiti and stuff is bad over there. I've never seen a place with more graffiti than Europe, like Belgium especially, and that's where my family is from. And I'm full on Belgian, but yeah, it's crazy over there. I mean, it's bad. It's everywhere. It's a problem, I would say, because it could be way prettier if people would not do that. I don't know why they're so obsessed with it over there. That's my rant about graffiti in Europe. Back to this. Okay, monsters in Europe. Or beings, creatures, whatever. Anyway, this was crazy. Okay, because they were walking to like a picnic area, is what it looked like. And they there's a picnic table that comes into view, and that's important. I'll tell you in a minute. That they walk over like toward it, okay, and the guy starts getting pretty close because they see this thing, and they said they were hearing noises before they saw this and started recording, and that was the reason they started recording. I think initially was because they heard these weird noises. All right, the two guys, their name is Jeroen and Lucas. Okay, Jeroen, I think, was the one that was filming it, that was recording. Jeroen is how he spells his name. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But he was the one, I think, that was recording it. Don't quote me on that. But not like you could reference it anyway right now, and I'll tell you about that too. Uh, anyway, the Ranger Watchtower was closed, so they went to the picnic area because they were hearing these strange noises. And then you hear on the video when they start recording, you see him walking kind of hurriedly into the picnic area. He starts walking down through there, and there's something, you can see something, like they're looking at something back there. So he goes and he's recording this, and you all of a sudden see a head pop out from behind a tree, like peek out real slowly about that speed. And this is not anything normal looking, and this is not anything Sasquatch looking, okay? I mean, it could be mistaken for it if you don't see the facial features. But even in this video, and this was taken so long ago that it wasn't high quality, high HD video, you can still make out the facial features in the video, and it's freaky, okay? They have, there's this one, okay. Anyway, they go and look at it, and this thing is popping out, and it's like goes back, and then it looks out again, like and it's a curious type of look. It's not like it looks like it's genuinely curious about seeing these people, okay? It doesn't look like it's familiar with people whatsoever. So, or it may be, but it's curious about seeing people. So it's not something that's normally around us, I don't think. And or doesn't see a lot of us, if any. But I think they do see people, and I'll tell you about that too. This all ties into something just wild. But back to the video. Anyway, that's about it really. But at the end, there's what sounds like a gunshot, and but it's not. It's actually a stick being thrown by the creature and hitting the picnic table right by where they were standing. And that came from one of the guys, Jeroen, or Lucas. One of them had said that, had stated that that's what happened, because a lot of people thought it was a gunshot, and people were commenting on it and stuff in this video. Now, I don't even remember exactly how I ran across it. Like, I think I may have seen it like in one of those, it was on YouTube, and I was looking at Bigfoot videos, but I think it may have been on one of those like top 5 type videos or something, and then I followed the link to it or something like that. It was something along those lines is how I stumbled across this. And some of you guys may have seen this. You may know what I'm talking about. I mean, it was a pretty heavily watched video because it's wild. All right, but this creature, man, it does not look like a Bigfoot or anything else I've ever seen, not even a dogman. Okay, it's got like a beak is what it looks like, and it's got 2 eyes that are kind of like on the side of its head, and it kind of looks bird-like. That's what it reminds me of, is like a big giant blackbird head. It really looks like that. It's crazy. It's really crazy looking, and I've got some screenshots because I finally found the video, and I'll tell you about that. Okay, this video, I could not find it anywhere. Like, I didn't know where this thing went. Like, it was crazy, because I know I had it liked on my Frosted Forest Sasquatch channel, and I know that I was subscribed to a channel that had these videos on it, okay? Because there was a guy who got so crazy into investigating this case. It was really interesting, and I stumbled across his channel because of this video, and I found like he had done this whole like mountain of investigation about this, and he got deep. Okay, this was really weird though. All right, the channel, it was called Music Memory Lane. And if some of you guys know what I'm talking about with this video, you may know about this channel, because it's actually credited on this video like everywhere. I think that you could probably find it, because I think he was the one that uploaded it initially, because these 2 guys that witnessed this and recorded this did not upload it themselves to YouTube. They gave it to someone to upload, and he made the video for them, and I'm pretty sure it's that guy, that Music Memory Lane guy, who put it out, because I think he is friends with one of these 2 guys that saw this, or both. I don't know. Probably knows both of them, but I think he was like pretty good buds with one of them. So anyway, and that's how it all came around. But this Music Memory Lane channel, okay, had all kinds of videos where he had actually, this guy that had the channel had actually gone back and gone to the location like several times looking for stuff and walking around, went to the exact place that creature was. Did like some comparison videos, did like, I mean, it was, he went in depth with this. And at the location, he found some weird stuff too. He found like, I want to say it was like if I'm remembering correctly, it was some kind of military like tag type thing, on the ground around the area where that thing was, where the creature was. Okay, you could tell though this creature, also I meant to mention this earlier when I was talking about what it looked like, but you could tell it was black, and you could tell that this thing was tall. It was not like a short creature. It was at least the average height of a human. So this thing was, I mean, it's crazy because I've never seen anything like this, and I don't think anybody else has either. And this gets really weird because the music memory lane guy, he got so deep into this that he started drawing attention from people who knew stuff. And these are European people too. It wasn't anyone in the US. But he said, I think the US was involved in some way. But this guy right here, the music memory lane guy, started getting emails and corresponding with this one person who claimed that they knew all about this thing, this whatever it was. But it turns out it was like a government project, and I think they were doing hybridized, like human animal hybrids, like creating hybrid beings, hominid beings. And this was one of their creations. And this guy who was supposedly on the inside of this, and I mean, it was just all kind of bizarre how this happened, you know. It was just a weird situation. So, well, this guy, he emails the music memory lane guy like 3 or 4 times with information about this program and this creature that they saw. Okay, the creature, it was a female. He said that. He said that it was a bird-like head with like a more human body. He said it had arms and legs, and it was talking about its abilities and stuff like that. And it was just really crazy. Like, it was extremely strong. It could be very dangerous, he said, but it wasn't an aggressive being. He said it was. It's just weird, the stuff that he knew or he made up. We don't know about this, but I'm kind of thinking there was some merit to it, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Anyway, but he was talking about all this stuff, like how they were making all these things and the way that they did away with them too. Like, he was talking about how they like euthanize them when they, I don't know, I guess we're done with them or something. But he seemed like he didn't really agree with their practices. I don't know. Because he seemed like he had a lot of compassion for this creature and others. And I don't know that he was for them finding it, but he said that they had been pursuing the creature. He never said, though, whether they found it or not. He never stated that. So, I mean, he said they were pursuing it, though, at the time that they witnessed the creature, actually saw it. He stated that they had actually, I think, started transporting it from the facility where it had been housed and kept for probably all of its life into another place. And he said that it escaped in transit somehow or another. And I want to say that they transferred them by train. I don't think it was by car or any other, road vehicle. I think they did it by train, and I think that that's how it got in the woods to begin with. Well, this creature, man, I mean, these guys on the video, you can tell they're genuine. Their reaction is genuine. I mean, I know it is. You know, this could have been all faked. It could have been. Everything could be. But for some reason, I think this is real. I think this is an actual account of something like this on video. It's really crazy to me because I could not find this video anywhere. Like, I was looking for it constantly for like 2 days. Or 2 or 3 days. Ever since this popped in my mind, I don't know why it all of a sudden dawned on me that, like, I remembered this video and I was like, what ever happened to that? So I started looking into it, and on YouTube, I couldn't find the channel. Music Memory Lane is gone. Okay? The channel's not there. I was subscribed to it, I know, because I actually talked to the guy in a few emails about this story. I remember corresponding with him a few times, and it's weird because it was gone, and he did some extensive work on this. I mean, I don't know why he would have, like, deleted it, because all the stuff he did, man, it was like real deal, and it was good. It was good research. You could tell, like, he really put in the time and stuff. I mean, even if it was some kind of mega elaborate hoax, I mean, it was still well done and put a lot of time in it. That's why I don't think it was, though, because it was so realistic. I mean, everything about it was realistic. But the fact that the channel's gone now, and I couldn't find the video anywhere. I finally found the video online, on the internet. Like, I googled like so many terms. Like, I mean, you guys wouldn't believe how many terms I googled trying to find this video. I was like putting in, okay, strange creature in Europe, strange creature in park in Europe, strange, because I remembered there was a picnic table, so I was like, it's got to be a park. Strange. I was just like, weird looking creature in a park behind a tree in Europe. And I mean, it was crazy. I even put in like fire tower creature park. I was like searching so many terms and couldn't find this anywhere. Finally, I hit the right term, I guess. I put in something, along the lines of it peeking out behind a tree at a park in Europe or something. And after I did that, I found one video, and it was from like 2 years ago in 2000. I want to say it was, I don't know, I think it was maybe 3 years ago. 17, I think, is when it was, when that article was put up. But the video was from before that, and I can't remember the exact date of the video. But it wasn't, I mean, it's not like way back in the past. This was in the last like 7-8 years. I know for sure. I want to say, I mean, even less than that, though. I want to say the video was pretty recent when I saw it. Like at least a year old. At the most a year old is what I want to say. But anyway. So when I was looking for this like so hardcore, and I finally found it. And then I found one video on YouTube of it. And it was on a channel with like 30 subscribers or something. Like, there was like no subscribers to it. And I was like, that is just so weird. And I can't remember how long ago it was uploaded, but I'll link it in the description on this video. And I took screenshots from that video, and I'll put them in this video somewhere, maybe on the end. But so if you guys do want to see it, go fast forward to the end and then come back and listen to me. Please. I asked nicely. So anyway, no, for real though, this is just a weird story because, all right, this guy that was emailing him, he knew stuff. He had to have, because he was giving a lot of information about this that sounded really legit. And the way he was saying stuff about other things and about what they were doing, the ethics of what they were doing and things like that, it sounded like he had an issue with some things. And that's why I kind of, usually if people are going to hoax something, they're not going to act like they got a problem with things, Not going to act like they're against all this and blah, blah, blah. They're going to act like they're knowledgeable about everything, and they agree with they did this all their own or something. You know what I mean? They're going to make it more elaborate and stuff like that. It's just a weird thing to do to create some kind of conflict if you're acting like you're hoaxing something. You know what I'm saying? There was just a lot of things that just made me feel like this was not made up. But anyway, the he told him about them hybridizing the humans. There was actually a name for the creature too. I can't remember what they called it. It was like an actual name though, like Martha or something like that. Like, he said it had a name, and he said that it was potentially harmful. It wasn't like a mean creature, but it could cause harm, especially to humans, I guess, because of its strength, being so great. So I don't know, but he was saying all this stuff, and it was just weird. So, but why is the channel gone? Why is that guy's channel gone? I mean, he wasn't like incredibly popular with this. He had like, I know, at least 12,000 subscribers or something by the time I had found him. And I don't think it ever went much higher than that. It was just people that had stumbled on this video and started seeing his research on it. Because the name of his channel had nothing to do with stuff like this, so you're not just going to stumble upon it and say, that might be intriguing because of your interests. Music Memory Lane, it had nothing to do with that. So I was like, what's the deal with this? I didn't see how, it was really, it wasn't related to anything like this. None of his content was, except I don't even think he had any content other than like maybe some old music recordings on his videos, like of old recordings, like back in the day, 50s and stuff. So I want to say there was only like 1 or 2 videos of that, but nothing. The channel's not there. I looked through the liked videos because I know I liked some of his videos, and they would be on the liked video list. And I kept seeing some videos that were private, some that had been deleted, but I didn't know what they were. But I will tell you, none of them were his videos that were actually still up there. So whatever it was, they're either private or deleted. And I have a feeling there's some of the deleted ones, because that channel is just gone. I think even if it's private, it would pull it up or something maybe. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about private channels. So I don't know if it would still pull up the channel and just not let you see anything on it, or if it just acts like it doesn't exist unless you know about it. But even then, I would think that, I don't know, I would pull it up by putting in the name somehow. I don't know. It was just weird though. Guys, this has got me like wondering really hardcore what happened about it. Because this was a weird video. This was not a normal video. This was probably not something that was supposed to be seen. I can about guarantee you that. It was something that some government did not want anyone to see. And I would imagine that might have something to do with why his channel is gone now, and all the content. I found this video on some obscure channel with hardly any subscribers and hardly any views. Like, nobody really knew about it. It was just plain weird. Okay? I don't know. I might comment on the video actually and see if I can get some information from whoever has that channel on the Music Memory Lane guy, because I don't know. I'm sure one of you guys who's watching this, or eventually somebody who's watching this, will have seen this video and probably seen his channel and know what I'm talking about and remember these emails and stuff, the stuff he reported about it. It was all just crazy. Very, very random stuff, but that happened with it. But I do remember the guys, him making commentary and saying that he talked to these guys. They told him exactly how it went down. He had all of that on his channel, like the story from their words, the way that they wrote it out, or he dictated it for us somehow. He recorded it somehow with them. I don't know why I can't think of the word, but anyway, he wrote it out, what they said about it, everything. I mean, it was a long story that they had told about it. So everything that happened in order. Like they went from they were riding their motorcycles to the park, and they didn't even show any of that in the video. But they rode their bikes to the park and couldn't go up the tower, and then heard the noise, went over there, and then heard this banging noise, and then that's what directed their attention to the tree, and where you'd see it, just the creatures pop out and then come back, and then he was yelling at it, freaking out, hey, hey, he thought it was a person messing with him or something. And he and the thing peeks out again, and then goes back, and then you hear a few seconds after that, you hear a sound. I mean, it's like a gunshot sound. But he said that it was a limb. This thing had picked up a big limb or a big stick and thrown it, and it landed on the picnic table. He said right on it, right in the middle of it. This thing had perfect aim or something. He said either it was aiming at the picnic table or it was aiming at us and it missed us. And he said he felt like it wasn't aiming at them. I don't know what the deal was with all that. It was just really weird, though, because you had this guy going through getting the witnesses' accounts, and I think there were 2 other people there, too, they said. But they weren't on the video either. He said there was another couple there or something. I want to say that's what I remember. Now, cut me some slack if I'm not remembering this right, and you guys know the right thing. If I am remembering it wrong and you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. Fact check me, okay? Because this has been years since I've seen this, and I just started thinking about it and recalling all this stuff. So, I mean, I hope I wanted to make a video and talk to you guys about it, because this is a seriously paranormal thing that they caught on video, and I have not seen this footage in a long time, and I hadn't even thought about it in a long time. But I was very surprised that I couldn't just find it right away. And when I did find it, it was some obscure video that hardly anybody has seen. It had maybe 1,000 views or something. And that was nothing compared to what the original one had. So why is that channel gone, and why is all the content gone because of this? What happened? Was that guy really some kind of government operative, and they caught on to him communicating with this guy about it and shut him down? Or, I mean, that's a likely scenario if it's truly some kind of government program, some kind of experimental, you know what I mean, hybrid, government hybridizing weird thing. I don't know. I mean, I've heard stories about this, here near where not near where I live, but in our area. Not even my immediate area, but there's a nature preserve, and I've talked about this before, and I want to say I've talked about it on this channel before in another podcast episode probably, but there's a place, a nature reserve called the Longleaf Preserve, and there is some weird reports from that area of beings. There's a lot of dogman sightings that have happened there. Almost all the dogman sightings, as a matter of fact, that I've heard of in our little area here have been from that place. So it's weird, but I've been out there, and one night, and I think I did tell about this in one of the earlier episodes, but one night I was out there, and there were 3 other people with me, and there were more at one time, because we were it was this Bigfooting group or something that someone I knew had put together, and they had me come out there a few times with them. But this time they were up there at that Longleaf place, and it was weird because this time he had that guy from that show that's been on the Travel Channel. Grumpy was what they called him, and he started telling us all about them and how fake all that was with that killing Bigfoot stuff. And I think the show was originally called Killing Bigfoot or something. And he said that they actually had people dressing up in monkey suits going out there, and he said he didn't know he was going to be a part of it like that and all this. I might talk about that on another episode when I feel like ranting about these crappy Bigfoot TV shows again. Anyway, I won't get too much into that, but I do remember that because that guy was there. The guy, the old man from that show. I don't remember what they're calling it now, but it's a different name. But it's that Gulf Coast, that Gulf Coast Bigfoot organization or research organization, GCBRO or something. And they're all about killing a Sasquatch. It's craziness, but they won't ever do it. They're idiots. Anyway, this guy, though, he said that was not how he was, but then I see him on a TV show with a gun looking for a Sasquatch, so I don't know. People. Anyhow, but this video right here, I really don't know what to say about it. I mean, it's gone. It's pretty much gone. It was not hard to find this video back, when I first saw it. And now I couldn't find it anywhere. I know I want to say the correspondence stopped before anything happened with that guy. Like before the channel went away or anything. I want to say the correspondence had stopped for some reason. He wasn't getting any replies back from that email, from the guy who was writing him these emails. So I don't know what was up with that either. And then I just kind of faded off from following it. I think he hadn't posted anything in a long time. Had gone a long time without posting anything, but he said he was going to keep up the research on it and try to get to the bottom of this. Like, he was dedicated about this. This really struck this guy, you could tell. Like, he really was dedicated to this. I mean, he put in time and work to try to find out what was going on with this. And I really commend him for that, because you could tell he knew it wasn't a hoax, is what that's what his take on it was. It was not a hoax. It was not in his mind that they made this up at all. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But when you see this creature, you'll see what I'm saying. It looks like a bird, and you can see the eyes on the side. There's two darker places. It's a black creature, and it looks like it's hairy. And I want to say that the guy that did the emails, wrote the emails, gave descriptions of it and told about its mannerisms, its behaviors. It could speak, he said. Like, I don't know how well or anything, but he said it could speak. And it was just weird, man. It's some kind of intelligent creature too. And this thing was just roaming around the forest, and they never said if they found it or not, or what. I don't know. I think he may have found it, but I can't remember for sure. That's the thing. I cannot remember for certain about certain things, but I do know a lot of this stuff, what I'm saying, I do remember it accurately. Everything I'm not remembering 100%, I'm trying to tell you guys. But I don't know. I feel like I kind of went all over the place with it, but I hope you guys got like the gist of it, because man, this has really been on my mind, and I just wanted to get it out there because I want to maybe stir up a little discussion about this, because one of you guys has to remember this. You got to know what I'm talking about. I mean, they weren't that far away from this thing whatsoever when they recorded it. But after the stick was thrown, they freaked out and they took off. And he said, everybody thought it was a gunshot. I do remember that. Everybody. And even I think some of the descriptions on some of those videos that used this video said it was. But according to the guys, he said it wasn't a gunshot. And these guys didn't even put out the video themselves. That's the thing. The guys that recorded it gave it to somebody else who was interested in it, which was this guy. to make a video for them and put it out. And he said that, like, on the video, he put it that it was not his and all that, but he did make videos going to the park, walking the little trails. There was like a walking path, and he walked the whole thing, like, around that area, went to the tree. I remember, like, he went over to the picnic table, like, he went through the whole thing. And I know if you guys watched his channel, if any of you saw that, you saw that video, if any of you saw his channel. But I don't know, it's all gone now, and it really trips me out. I'd like to know what happened, because this is a very interesting thing, man. This is like, if this is real, this is seriously proof of, like, some kind of crazy hybrid creature in existence. Who knows? But if you guys remember anything about it, anything about this video, anything about Music Memory Lane, the channel, if you guys remember anything about it, let me know what you remember, please, in the comments. I'd like to talk about this a little bit with anybody who remembers it. Anyway, I think I was trying to think if I left anything out, but I think I jumped around and covered it all in my randomized ranting about this subject. It just tripped me out, man. I wanted to talk to you guys about it because, you know, when you find something like this and you know that there was someone doing extensive research on it and putting it out for the public, and then all of a sudden it's all gone. Like, you can't even find, and I know I had read blogs and stuff talking about Music Memory Lane in this video, and you can't even find those anymore. They're gone, man. Or I haven't been able to find them. They're dug so far deep down in the pile of Google that, you know, you're not going to be running across them very easily. So I don't know. It's just strange to me how that happens. I mean, something gets shut down like that, you know. Did the guy do it? Was he threatened? Did they shut him down without him having any say in it? I mean, what was the deal? What happened? If you, Music Memory Lane dude, if you happen to watch the Paranormal Rush Hour, please, or if anybody knows him, or if anyone knows these guys, Drowan and Lucas, please get in touch with me, because I'm going to have you on the show. Please get in touch with me. If you are those guys, or if you know these guys, I would love to talk to you. You don't even have to come on the show. I just really would like to talk to you about it. Get some more answers, you know, and refresh my memory about all this and see how accurate I actually was about the things I was unsure of. So, anyway, that's about it, guys. I just wanted to take up some of your day talking about this. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching, seriously. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I appreciate all these new subs, you guys. It really means a lot to me. And you're helping me more and more, giving me more and more motivation to keep the PRH going. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. Anyway, I really appreciate it, everybody. And I'll be back with you guys really soon. I'm doing an interview with my friend and very interesting ghost hunter. Miranda Young is her name. Ghost Biker Explorations is her channel on YouTube. And she's also broadcasts her show on her website and I think a few other platforms. But anyway, she has a really neat show, the Ghost Biker Explorations, and you can catch all of her past episodes on her channel, season 1 and season 2, and she's about to release season 3 October 6th. So I'm going to try to have all of that, her interview with me, which she's been to some crazy places and done some stuff even I wouldn't do. I'll walk through a Sasquatch infested forest at night by myself, but I won't spend the night in some of the places she's stayed by herself. I'll tell you that. So this she knows what's up. Anyway, she's got some stories. So it should be a really interesting way to kick off October. I hope. Oh, I know it will. Miranda's awesome. So anyway, I appreciate it, everybody, and I'll be back with you guys really soon. And everybody stay safe and take it easy.